Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7. Today we're going to do a wish list of sorts video. This is all going to be my personal opinion of things I want to see in Epic 7. And this is actually really hilarious because I made this video about 2 weeks ago and a lot's changed in 2 weeks. And as you may probably guess, a lot of the things that have changed are in this wish list video. So I left it in because I think it's really cool to look back at what I thought and then have them release it right after. I just think that's a really cool thing to consider. So let's get into this and just be aware that, like I said, a lot of the stuff is already announced. So let's get into this and let's start off with one of the main things I feel like Epic 7 is missing. Our sponsor of the day, which is Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends has Clan Boss, which is my favorite game mode in the game. You can see my team going at it versus this big giant thingy here with 4 arms. And this is awesome because you work together with your clan to do insane amounts of damage for awesome treasure chests together. I love it. The amount of units you use is just great for this. Also, as a new player for the new player program, you can use that box at the top to get 50,000 free silver and also an epic champion in the description below. And some of my favorites here, boy, do I ever love Martyr. She's so good with that sexy shield. And we have, of course, our waifu, Sylar, with her red hair. There's a ton of stuff coming in the game, as you can see here, for their awesome roadmap. And again, download in the description below for Raid Shadow Legends. It's obvious I want clan-related activities, you know? I really, really want to see them. Just what we have now is just so underwhelming, like really, really underwhelming. I really like our guild war, but right now there's not even a big reason to really try to win, you know? Like we're in a kind of limbo state right now with Mangoville, where we are not really trying to get better because there's just no reason to. Like our guild, which we lost against Snowians this time. We won last time we fought them, and that kind of shows that we're not really improving. We got like 80 mystic medals, and if we won that battle, we get like 85 or something. I have no idea, and it just feels bad. So I want to see more guild war content, not even guild war content, just guild content. So this means a clan boss, like we just showed you in Raid. This means what else? Like some sort of PvE fun together, you know? Like I want to be able to group with my raid, my clan, my guild, you know? I just want to group with friends, and I want a portion of my time in this game to be devoted to working towards something with the guild. And right now it feels like that's extremely lacking. So next up on the list of things we want added to the game, and I'm going to put this on here because I wrote the script a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and they added it. So I thought that was really cool. So we're going to talk about that really quick too. And that's exclusive equipment. They didn't do it exactly how I expected it to, but honestly, I think they outshot my expectations. So I've been wanting something to individualize characters differently from somebody else for a long time. I think it's really important to have my Destina slightly different than your Destina, even if it's just something like this, and even if it's a illusion of choice, you know? Like there's an illusion of choice here. There's 3 options, but let's be real, there's most likely going to be one best option every time for most situations, especially PvP. So I really, really, really like that. I like the illusion of choice, and anything to kind of further my character, something I can work towards, is just really exciting to me, and they nailed it. I'm really, really happy with how they're doing it. I like that they hit one pretty popular unit, and then they hit a couple not so popular units to try to improve them. But the weird part is I feel like Destina got the biggest improvement out of all of these. So really happy about this. And I got really lucky, as you can see. I got the best in slot, I would say. 16% effective resist, highest you can get, and the Destina skill 1. And this, I got my one I wanted. 50% chance to grant her an extra turn. I love extra turn mechanics. I love them so much. I have the hiccups. Why do I get hiccups when I talk? And it just makes me smile to see somebody go twice, especially when they're like Chloe, you know, and they hit you with a big hammer and then they fly into the air and hit you again. And this doesn't completely change her, but it adds some sort of uniqueness, and absolutely love it. So those are two things so far I really want to see. And the third one I desperately want to see is some sort of hero slash world building. This is something I feel like is going to happen in the future, and I feel like they're actively planning it, but I think they don't know how to do it. So what I'm talking about are these, I have to move my face. What I'm talking about are these 3 stats in the bottom right. Every character has command, charm, politics. They often also have specialties here where they have friendships with different units, love right there, hatred between some of them. You know, there's a story in between each character, and there's a story with how they would be in society, and I love that. And I think they need to expand this. And these stats are in here for a reason. They're not just going to randomly throw out those 3 stats and throw specialties in there unless they have plans for the future. So one of the things I'm hoping for is some sort of world slash castle building thing. Maybe this is having to recruit certain people for certain jobs in your castle. It doesn't have to add much. Like, it doesn't have to be a required sort of thing. Just like a simple world building thing where you can go talk to your units, maybe see them walk around. I'm not really sure how to handle it, but something similar to this. And I would just love to have Destina commanding something while who's good with politics here? I'm guessing Raz? No, Raz sucks at politics. Jesus. Iseria has to be, yeah. So we have, like, wow, she's really good. So we have, like, Iseria commanding an army and going through politics with another nation. My series going off. And then we would have something like Tenebria here, trying to charm somebody else and taking over their council. I don't know. You get what I'm getting at, though, right? Like, I want to see these somewhere and have that life into the game. Next up, what we desperately want to see here is co-op content. And not just co-op content, but also active content with other people. It doesn't have to be co-op. And this is not going to be everybody's favorite thing. It's actually not my favorite thing either, but it's something I feel is good for the game. So there's 2 big places you can kind of do co-op content. One is with like a raid of sorts. Like, imagine doing a lab like we have now and having 3 teams with your guild and having 1 go left, 1 go right, 1 go straight, 1 go down. And then you have to, like, each individually kill each boss, and you work together for like 1 giant boss. You know, stuff like that would be fantastic. And it sounds a little complicated, and it sounds like a raid MMO, to be honest, but that's how they're trying to build this game. And I really feel that's in line with what they want to see for this game. And I really hope we do get something like that, because it would be so unbelievably cool. You can also go the Summoner's War routes and do sort of a raid where you go in with a team of 3 or however many people you want to go in with, and you have 3 different heads of 1 beast, like a Hydra or something like that, or a triple-headed dragon, and each does individual things, and you work together to beat it, and then you get something, probably grindstones, lol. And overall, it's just a fun experience. And the cool thing with stuff like this is it really enables you to use different units and to want to build different things. And especially while you're doing this, if you're also varying the amount of people you can have on a team. So let's say for this specific raid boss, you can have 6 people on a team instead of 4 people on a team. You may see much more wide variety of units used, and also you'll see more units built, because you can't just use 4, you have to use an extra 2. So stuff like that is absolutely, I think, integral for the long-term survivability of this game. I'm not saying it's not going to survive, because that's ridiculous, it obviously is, but stuff like that is going to set it apart from other games and give us more things to farm, especially together. Alongside this is kind of the other side of co-op, is real-time arena. And this is something I personally despise. I really hate real-time arena. I absolutely despise it. I don't enjoy it. I don't know how many times I can say that. But so many other people like it. And I understand that it's worth having it in the game because so many other people enjoy RTA and it gets people playing. So what real-time arena would be is basically just 1v1 like it is here in arena. Just you would control your turn, enemy would control their turn. Probably get rid of burns, maybe even for that. Probably get rid of souls, get rid of the tower possibly too, and just have it 1v1 ranked like that. It's actually really good for the long term of the game because it does give them the opportunity to do esports style stuff, and you're like, LOL esports, but look at Summoners War. They have huge tournaments like this with pretty great prize pools. I think the last prize pool for the Summoners War one was $200,000, as Jubegel said about the price of one of the main accounts there, but you can get the idea of that situation, you know. Like I don't want it, but I understand it's good for the game. And finally, the number one thing, I guess that's not even number one, the last thing on my list in no particular order that I want to see added to the game is a pet system. And I know this is something that's coming, but I can't even help but talk about it more. Pets would be amazing to have in the game. Most people are speculating they're going to pick us up loot, like chests and stuff like that. And I think that's a given. We'll probably most likely see that. But I'd also like to see other things, you know? Like, I would like to level up my pets. I would like to make bonds with them. I would like to fight each other with pets. Think of Pokemon. Just a really simplistic way to battle with pets somehow, you know? Like, I don't even know what I'm going at with this. But the more I talk about it, the more I feel like you can add a really simple pet battle system to the game and have them help you all throughout the way. And this kind of goes in line with different ways of improving your characters if the pets can be leveled up and stuff like that too. Just something everybody can access. So that's about it. Those are the things I'm seriously thinking about and considering and hoping. And I'm sure I missed, like, there's a billion other things I missed, you know, like there's so many other things. And I tried to stray away from stuff like, I want to see more Moonlight units, you know, like that's stuff we know we're getting, right? And I'm trying to stray away from that sort of thing. I'm trying to go towards things like, what would add more fun to the game? What would make me want to log in more? What would make you want to log in for? And I think I hit a lot of those there. So anyways, let me know what you think about this. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.